Hello, this is State Senator Dale Ryder. Welcome to another edition of our 2-minute drill. Today is October 8th, and I'm coming to you from my district office in Mattoon. Now, some of you may wonder, why is he in his district office? We know that Illinois still does not have a budget. In fact, today is the 100th day since the fiscal year started, and this state still does not have a budget. So you're asking, well, why isn't he in Springfield working on that very issue? You know what? That's a great question, and I don't know the answer to that either. The Democrat leaders, House Speaker Michael Madigan and Senate President John Cullerton, alone have the power to bring the General Assembly back in regular session to work on the budget. And that's where we should be. We should be back in Springfield right now with our sleeves rolled up, going through the budget line by line, Republicans and Democrats together, seeking areas of consensus where we can reduce spending, change the way we spend money, or eliminate programs altogether. Because I do believe that we could reach that consensus. But we've got to be in Springfield and we've got to be together in order to do this. Now, as I travel the district, I hear from every constituent, to one degree or another, frustration about the fact that the Democrat leaders don't have us back in Springfield working and won't have us back there, in fact, for 2 more weeks. And that we don't have a budget. And I share those frustrations. I certainly do. The reason that we are in the midst of this battle right now is because every constituent that I talked to before last November's election said we need to change the direction in which Illinois is heading. We need to change our economic policies so that we have economic policies that promote job growth, that promote investment in Illinois, promote small business owners wanting to add investment to their businesses and grow here in Illinois as opposed to one of our surrounding states. We need to change the direction in which Illinois is going with regards to how we spend money and how much money we spend. For years, the Democrat leaders have continually spent more money than the taxpayers could afford to send to Springfield. And in fact, just before session ended this last May, they wanted to do it again. They passed a budget that spent $36 billion, even though we are expected to get tax revenue of only $32 billion. That's a $4 billion deficit, a $4 billion bill that they say, you know what, we don't want to pay that now. We want to pass it on to your children and my children. And that's wrong. And we wanted to change the direction in Illinois with regards to a government that is totally non-responsive to the people who pay the government and the people who live in the state, and instead is consumed with protecting insider deals and, quite frankly, powerful politicians like Speaker Madigan. We're in the midst of this battle because we want to change the way we're doing business. Governor Rauner and the Republicans want to change the way that we're doing business. But we have to be in Springfield in order to talk about those issues with our colleagues and negotiate those differences. And we are going back to Springfield in 2 weeks, and we should be going back to Springfield in 2 hours, not 2 weeks. That's why we're in the middle of this battle. I am committed to the fight to change the Illinois that so many of my constituents have found objectionable for so long. Greater employment, balanced budgets, a government that responds to the people and doesn't act like it owns the people. That's why we're in the middle of this fight. I'm going to keep fighting for just that. Thanks again for joining me on another edition of the 2-Minute Drill, and we'll talk again soon.